All right, OTAs for the Buffalo Bills. Duffy, looks good. There's a noticeable absence in Jordan Poyer. Are you worried about this?
I mean, I'm not worried about it. We get to training camp, he's not there, all worried about it. And here's the thing, man, I understand where he's coming from, right? Like, he's worth more than, what is he supposed to make, $5.1 million this year? He's worth more. But you also have to pay everybody else. All of your other key pieces have gotten their contracts. I mean, look, we're going to see more of this next year and the season after. He's 31, if I'm not mistaken, right? For a safety that's long in the tooth. You saw what the Rams were able to do with Eric Weddle towards the end of the playoffs, where they just plugged and played, right? The system that Leslie Frazier runs, you can put defensive backs in there. You saw when Tre'Davious White went down and things didn't go terribly for you. I want him to get his money, but I don't know if it's possible for him to get his money the way that the roster's constructed right now.
Well, the guy who got a lot of his money is Von Miller, who looks amazing at OTAs. Do you take a lot out of that, or you wait to sort of training camp in the beginning of the year? It's OTAs, it's voluntary. He wants to be there. He's got a lot of stuff going on off the field. But, I mean, do you take anything from an early start from a veteran like that?
Oh, I mean, he better look good in shorts at OTA. Everybody better look good in shorts, especially with this roster. Yeah, and look, if he didn't show up to voluntary minicamp after all the hubbub and excitement and all the things he said, yeah, I would have had a problem with it. Should I be excited that Von Miller decided to show up at voluntary OTAs like that? Of course he's going to be in voluntary OTAs, right? I mean...
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's going to be there. He's going to be at camp. He's going to be everywhere he needs to be for the start of this first year of his contract, because that's a lot of money they're dealing out for him.
Yeah, look, I guess to your point, if he wanted to, he could have stayed away, because you're right, he deserves the money that he got. He's got the years under his belt, right? I mean, if he wanted to, he could have said no. But I mean, you look, Dez Bryant attempted this, right? He left Dallas. He was waiting for the right spot. He passes on Baltimore, waits a couple of weeks to get in, and then blows his knee out in his second practice with the Saints when he signed him, and he was never the same thing since. So I feel like football isn't like hockey. Football isn't like baseball. Football isn't like basketball, where you can show up, get in shape, and go. If you ain't getting ready and you're just coming off the couch, because even Weddle, I mean, what was that injury he was playing with in the Super Bowl that was like horrific?
Yeah.
Did he have like a hole in his stomach or something? Like it was some horrific, awful injury, or like his shoulder was coming out? I can't remember.
Did he get a ring out of it?
He did. He hasn't sat up since the Super Bowl, but you know.
Hey, but he got a ring out of it.
He did.
That's the most important thing. Any worry about sort of feistiness? I know Stefon Diggs got into it with a couple of different teammates. Feistiness at OTAs, or do you want to see that at camp alone?
Well, I know Dane Jackson gets in, push and shoving match with Stefon Diggs. Dane Jackson has to get in a pushing and shoving match with Stefon Diggs right now, because they drafted the guy who is going to play over you if he figures out what he's doing here. I mean, look, I understand what Dane Jackson is doing. You make a name for yourself. You make noise for yourself, and you try and throw this number one receiver off his game to do everything you can to get all the snaps in you can when their first round pick is the guy that's supposed to be playing over you.
You talk about pressure. You got guys behind you on a team that could potentially go very far into the NFL playoffs and possibly to the ultimate game in February. You're going to be snapping at the number one guy any chance you get to prove to be on that team.
Look, it's all fun and games, and I mean, Joe, I know you're with me on this. Like, yeah, shove them all you want. If you hurt Stefon Diggs, like, just be like gently shove and gently push and don't even hurt his feelings.
Should wide receivers have red shirts too?
Why go after your star player? Get in a fight with who's the backup tight end?
Well, let's say you get into a fight with Tommy Sweeney. Nobody writes about that. Who cares about Tommy Sweeney? Like, right? Like, I don't know if he wouldn't have done it had he not known what Bean, McDermott, and Frazier are looking for. I'm convinced that he went after the top dog, make a name for himself. Just don't hurt his feelings too bad and gently touch him.
I just want to lightly say, putting red jerseys on wide receivers didn't sound like a bad idea. I'm just telling you, if you want to protect your quarterback, you might have to protect your wide receiver too. Okay.